I crumped. I don't think that's right.
It's not right.
All right, before we begin the show, let's thank our great sponsors. Our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut, all natural, non-GMO coconut water with natural electrolytes and no added sugar. You can choose from pure blueberry, pineapple, watermelon, sparkling energy, and chocolate with Once Upon a Coconut. Stay hydrated and refreshed. Plus, 10% of profits go to charity that benefit our communities, including the Down Syndrome Foundation, Breast Cancer Foundation, and the Leukemia Society. Find out where Once Upon a Coconut is sold nearest you by going to onceuponacoconut.com, put in your zip code, or you can order online. But when you do that, at checkout, make sure you put in the discount code BSPodcast10 and save yourself some gatuses. Inspect All Pest Services, inspectallservices.com. They do it all. They provide the highest quality termite, pest, and wildlife control, but they do so much more. Yes, they do. They take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding area. Again, inspectallservices.com, and thanks to Inspect All Pest Services for sponsoring all of our guests on all of the podcasts. It's the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, with the Aurora Law Firm. theauroralawfirm.com. He's got experience litigating all over the United States, so it doesn't matter where you listen to the BPX, the Mad Dog Manny Aurora and the Aurora Law Firm can help. Whether it's criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, appeals, and more, it's the Mad Dog Manny Aurora to the rescue. You can always go to jasonbailey.com for any legal questions that you have for the Mad Dog that we'll bring up on an episode of The BS. It's Ridgeline Counseling. Dr. David Markwell, one of the greatest human beings in the entire world of America. He's got 10 therapists in-house that work with him there at Ridgeline Counseling. 3 locations in Georgia, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains. That's in East Cobb, Marietta near the Square, and McKaysville just outside of Blue Ridge. If you listen to the BPX anywhere, you can get help from Ridgeline Counseling and Dr. David Markwell and his team. They do virtual sessions. Just go to markwelltherapy.com for all that information. If you need help and you need someone to talk to, he is the best in the business. That is markwelltherapy.com. Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia. Love these guys. Family owned and operated. They're a Generac generator dealer, founded in 2012, offering sales, service, installation, and repair of automatic home standby and portable generators. And every single one of you as a customer at Alternate Power Solutions, you'll get an upgraded warranty, free monitoring with a service contract. They offer flexible financing, which is great, semi-annual and annual service contracts for existing installations and warranty repair. They have an A+ rating with the BB&B, and you pay nothing until the job is complete and you, the customer, are a happy camper. Servicing Georgia and Tennessee. Here's the phone number, 770-853-7571. Or you can go online to poweringgeorgia.com. Make sure you use the discount code Bailey for $500 off your entire installation. And a big thanks to MVP Walk-In Tub and Shower of Atlanta. Beautiful, affordable bathing solutions. MVP Walk-In Tub and Shower is a local, family-owned company committed to enhancing your bathroom experience in Metro Atlanta. They're going to provide the highest quality, safe, and affordable walk-in tubs and showers, focusing solely on installations that elevate your home's comfort and accessibility. They service all of Atlanta, Georgia. No commission sales guys. None of that. No hassles. No high-pressure tactics. Call them at 404-493-6888, or you can go online to mvpwalkins.com to schedule your no-hassle appointment. You want $2,000 off? Not a problem. They're going to do that. You'll receive $2,000 off when you mention the BPX, Bailey Podcast Exchange, or any of the shows, mvpwalkins.com. And finally, Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa, Alive Ozone Therapy Spa in Altamont Springs, Florida, servicing all of Central Florida, Orlando, and beyond. Not only offering ozone therapy or activated oxygen therapy non-invasively through the Hockett sauna, red light therapy, halo therapy, presso therapy, PEMF, as well as numerous in-house ozone-infused products like that magnesium butter that you love. Go to AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com and get the products there. If you're in and around the area, you can book an appointment online. Alive Ozone Therapy Spa also has a brand new app that you can find with your iPhone and or your Android phone. Just go where you download your apps, or you can go to AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com. Again, thanks to all of our great sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. If you are a business and we can help your brand, please go to jasonbailey.com. There's a section right there on the website for you to send me your information, and we will have that conversation. With all of that being said, let's begin.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Bees as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Yeah, here it is. Episode 82 of the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast. It is a show about us becoming empty nesters, living our second lives. It's all on the BPX. That is the Bailey Podcast Exchange. 3 different shows, 5 days a week, one feed. Details, jasonbailey.com. Remember, there are some subscription episodes to the Bailey Show podcast that I hope you subscribe to. Thousands of hours of content in the past and thousands of hours of content in the future. All right. Thanks for being here. My name is Jason Bailey. There's my lovely, beautiful wife, Rachel Guy.
Hey, y'all.
Collectively, we are known as
Hey,
RayJay.
that's me.
RayJay.
Woo!
Had a busy last week or so since we've talked to you last.
Yeah.
We did a big presentation for Alive Ozone Therapy Spa at my BNI meeting. What is BNI? I don't even know what it means. I just go there.
Business networking something.
Incorporate it.
Maybe.
Again, I have no idea. I just joined it, and it's pretty cool, but it's the biggest referral networking group in the world. And they've got chapters in every city, of every state. And I'm part of one of the many chapters in Central Florida. And once a week, we meet at the Orlando Science Center with a group of good people, really good people. And we're all business owners, and we refer people to each other, and that's how it works. It's pretty cool. But in every meeting, each individual will get 42 seconds, depending on the size of your chapter. We have a very large chapter, so we only get 42 seconds. And then you get as much as you can get in 42 seconds and try to be compelling and informative and blah. But every quarter, you get a full presentation, and you get a full 7 minutes to explain your business.
7 minutes in heaven.
7 minutes of just pure information. So this week was our week, or my week, of giving the presentation. I brought Rach, of course, for show and tell.
That's me. Oh, I get to be the fun prize.
Yes, you are the fun prize. And I thought it went really well. You did you did a great job. I mean,
Thank you.
It's important when we tell the story about Alive Ozone Therapy Spa, Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa, or why. It's one thing to have a business, and especially it's one thing to have a business in the health bubble when you're not a doctor and or a nurse.
I'm a practitioner.
I understand that. I'm talking about before this whole shebang went on.
Yeah.
And then people wonder, why?
Me.
Yeah, you.
I'm alive.
You are alive, literally alive.
Literally.
And you had the cancer.
Yeah, I had the cancers.
Had the cancer, some years ago. And ozone not only saved your life literally, but saved my life too.
It did save your life. I have all naturally born balanced hormones, and I have none of those organs. You want to know how I do that? Ozone.
Yeah, it's
it's impressive.
It's pretty. It is. For at our age, guys, I'm talking to you. If you're listening, you will eventually go through menopause with your wife.
It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. And
no, it's a one-way ticket to crazy town.
You have to be careful how you talk about it, because, you don't want to be disrespectful. It's going to happen one way or the other.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't think anyone understands how impactful it is, especially for the lady, but for the relationship.
Yeah.
Y'all turn out to be some.
Well, I told you the reason why the Crazy Bitches Network is a thing on the TV is because I guarantee you all those women, wives with knives, Southern Fried Homicide, all of those ladies are in menopause.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I could murder you if I wanted to.
I know. It's
because you take every single supplement. You take I say, here, babe, here are your supplements. Here are your pills. Take your pills.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you trust me. But I'm like, slowly killing you while lovingly killing you, but like slowly.
I do a wood chipper. And you're going, you're watching right now and you're going, well, she's too young. That's impossible. Well, because of the cancer, she had to have a hysterectomy.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, their hormones are just all over the place and they turn into, I don't know who you turned into. And
it was not me.
It wasn't you.
No,
it was absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately, we've figured everything out, but unfortunately, that happens to every woman that goes through menopause. And in my case, because of the cancer and because we went the route of full hysterectomy, it forced my body. I didn't like ease into like slowly give you some crazy over time and go like perimenopause and menopause.
You parachute it right in.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm. And so we had to explain, you talk about the Crazy Bitch Network and probably every single one of those women are all menopausal.
I'm telling you, it had.
So we need to pitch a TV show since ozone therapy saved your life.
Yeah.
Hose with ozone. if all them women are crazy bitches because of their hormones, we need to tell them how to fix it. At Alive Ozone Therapy Spa, we're doing a new TV show, Hose with Ozone, and that's how you fix the problem.
Why we gotta be a hoe?
And stay together, because it's the only thing that rhymes with ozone.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm telling you. Yeah. So I mean, we had to explain that, and you did a great job explaining it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, do you get weird talking about it?
I do a little bit because it's like I don't want people to feel bad for me because
don't cry for me, Argentina.
But I almost died.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal, but it's important to explain, again, this podcast is about us becoming empty nesters, a second stage of our lives. We're doing something different than what we've done, our entire lives. But to understand the why, it's like on the Bailey Show podcast some months back when it was a different setup with different people and there were different people in the audience and stuff. I remember getting like kickback when I talk about Alive, and they have that old school radio mentality that it's all just the shameless plug and this and this and this and this and that.
It's not. I'm alive.
They were too dense to understand that there is a why, and they must have missed it because it had been explained numerous times. But this is part of life and growing up. You're going to go through health obstacles and you're going to learn new things. You're going to encounter new problems, which you're going to have to be able to provide new solutions, not just with us as adults and parents, but with kids and their lives as they get older. So, the empty nester thing is more than just kids are out of the house, pour the drinks, let's go to the Bahamas. It's a whole different world.
This is a completely different world. I'm learning how to be a independent human being. I've had kids my whole life.
Now you don't have any.
No, I don't have any.
Well, you do. You just have
I do. They're adults, but they're like, we did a really good job. So they're very well functioning adults.
They're on text. We have text kids.
They're very well functioning adults. And so being a mother starting at 16, what do I do?
All right. Well, you go to work at Alive Ozone Therapy Spa.
I live at Alive Ozone Therapy Spa. That is now my child.
Yeah. And you have goals. Like, I know I can answer this question because we have the same answer. Mm-hmm. When we were, let's say, Ariel's age, 20 years old.
20 years old. Yep.
Never, it's impossible. Never in a million years did you or I think that we would be here.
No. What were you doing at 20?
Drinking, passing out, puking on myself.
Wow. Okay.
Well, starting my career in radio, but I was also drinking, passing out, and puking on myself.
Okay. That is not what I was doing.
Now, you had a 4-year-old at the house.
At 20.
And a baby.
No, not at 20. I was married and pregnant with baby number 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had Caleb at 4. He was 4.
Yeah.
And then you were married.
And I was pregnant with Ariel and married
to her father.
Yep.
Yeah. At 20.
Yep.
I was at the club taking my shirt off, whipping t-shirts around, throwing out CDs.
All right. Look at you.
I was twerking, which wasn't a thing. So I was crumping, crumping.
Could you try and say it again?
Crunching. I was crunching.
Nope.
I was crunking. What was I doing?
Getting crunk.
Well, I was getting crunk.
Getting crunk in the club.
But I was crumping.
I don't know what crumping is.
I don't
Probably because I was married with a child and baby on the way.
It was something we did in the 90s.
I was still in high school.
We crumped or we crunked. What did we do? I know we grinded.
Getting crunk.
Getting crunk, not crump.
Correct.
Okay, I was getting crunked.
Wow. Could you be any more white right now?
It's been a few years since I've crumped. Okay, or crumped or whatever.
Okay.
But I was in the club.
I can't wait for you to crump.
I was in the club. I was in the club.
Yeah.
And I know I was grinding. I know that for a fact.
Okay,
that was a thing.
Yeah.
I know the kids now, they twerk.
I don't know if they twerk anymore.
But that's post us,
Yep.
me at least.
Yep.
So I didn't twerk, but I seed something. I either crumped or I crunked. And I can't remember what I did. I know I did one of them back in the 90s.
I'm going to go with you crumped.
I crumped. I don't think that's right.
It's not right. It's not right at all.
So I crunked.
You got crunk.
Yeah, but if I can get crunk, I can crunk.
No, drinking drunk.
Oh,
crunk. Getting crunk in the club.
Oh, I'm getting crunked in the club. Is there an
okay,
ED afterwards?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
All right.
I know one of those things I got.
I don't think you did. You did not ever achieve getting crunk in the club.
You might be right on that, but I know
I am correct.
But I attempted.
Okay.
I mean, I tried at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely drank alcohol.
Yeah. And crumped.
And crumped.
It's funny every time you say it.
But they had to have a certain song to crump. I don't think that's right.
It's not right.
Then stop saying that.
Can you tell me how you crump? I want to know.
I think crumping is that, right?
No.
You crump in the club, you crump up in the club, you're crumping in the club.
I just keep saying it.
Because it rhymes with hump. And that's dirty. So you don't want to say the dirty word. So you change it, like crunk rhymes with drunk.
Okay.
So that was the lingo back then.
It's still not right. Yeah.
So if I got crunk, I did not crunk on other people.
Ew.
That's what
sounds
like
gross.
you're like, oh, let's go out on the dance floor with some hot girls. Let's crump up on them.
If you did that to me, you know what, let's rewind. Rewind.
Okay.
To when we first met
Mm-hmm.
and you took me out to the club.
The club.
If you crumped on me, this conversation right now, fast forward, would not be happening.
Well, I'm sure back then I was a lot smoother when I was crumping. I mean, it wasn't like, I know I sound probably a little goofy now talking about it, but
okay.
I
don't think I want to be crumped.
Well, I don't have the energy to crump anymore.
That's probably a good thing.
I mean, if I went into any duck club, now I'd have to stretch before I walk through the front door.
That's
like,
true.
do you have a side room to stretch before?
Yeah, I gotta prepare myself.
I gotta prepare. I don't want to pull a hammy.
I need a week to 10 days before we go.
No. Anyway, so like you look back at where you were at, let's say Bee's age 20,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at where you're at now, 20 years later, never in a million years, me 30 years later, would I think that we would be here. So like when you were Bee's age,
Mm-hmm.
and then also before I ask that question, and then when you were her age, what your parents were doing.
Oh, I don't remember what my parents were doing.
Which was normal. And you just automatically assumed that that's what would be for the end of time. And things changed. Maybe Dad's job changed. It probably did because you moved. No, he's always worked for Pepsi.
Dad's working. Yeah, still working for Pepsi. Different state.
Mm-hmm. Mom's job's changed a little bit.
No.
Grandma.
Yeah, she's still grandma.
Yeah, but she's
Still grandma.
Not working at the.
She wasn't working then.
Oh, okay. So she's kept consistent with not working.
No, she was still grandma.
Gotcha. All right. So she's always been just straight up in your face, grandma.
Grandma.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Where did you see yourself at 40?
At 40? No, to be honest with you, I was so in the thick of it. I have no idea.
Really? What did you
Yeah.
want to be when you were a kid?
A teacher.
Well, you've got a teaching degree.
Yeah, I don't.
Which you've never used.
No, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Kids, I like our kids.
Right. I got you. But you accomplished what you wanted to do. You just never did it because life got in the way.
Yeah, well, you don't make enough money doing that. You get like special people are teachers because they do not get paid enough to do what they do.
Heroes. Got it.
At all.
Yeah.
And I was making too much money.
Stripping.
No, I wasn't. I never stripped. I never did that.
Mm-hmm. Just the bartender at the strip club.
Bartending at nighttime, and I was a GM of a restaurant during the day, and then I would do fill in at banquets. It was a lot of money coming in.
Yeah. But you never saw yourself at 20 going, I'm going to be a business owner.
No.
Or even before success in the real estate business.
No, I wasn't even, when we moved to Georgia, I wasn't like, real estate wasn't even on my radar. You did that. You were like, you'd be really good at this. You should go do it.
Done it for a couple of my bitches.
Good.
Yeah. Pointed you all in the right direction.
Oh, look at that. Your ex-wife and myself, both in real estate.
You did. You took my advice before she did, though.
I did.
She didn't take it until way after me.
Yeah, I crushed.
Yeah, you did. You did well. I wanted to be an architect when I was a kid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was, like in elementary school. And I was never a great artist by no
shape. You like to build things? Like
with Legos and Lincoln Logs and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yeah, I did. Was it constructor sets and stuff like that or whatever?
Erector sets.
Erector sets. But I would draw all the time.
Yeah.
I would, my brother, truth be told,
Mm-hmm.
he was a very good artist.
Yeah.
And I would watch him, because a lot of stuff that he did, I mimicked. And I would watch him draw, and he would always draw skulls and stuff like that. My mother hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you go back to those days in the 80s where skulls and rock and roll was the devil. That's the devil, that's drugs and that's smoking cigarettes, and which most of that was true.
Mm-hmm.
You looked at Iron Maiden and Eddie and all these other kind of things. So I had pads that I would draw, and every day in class I would draw, but nothing overly artistic.
Mm-hmm.
I would do army scenes. So I would have a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I would block one side off, block the other side off, and make a bridge. This was my army scene every time.
Okay.
And I would have the United States on one side, and I would have, listen to this, I'd have like Germany on the other side.
Wow.
And they would have swastikas on them. I would draw swastikas on their tanks.
Okay.
And then I would set it up on paper, and then they would go to war.
So this was pre-Duck Club time.
I was 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
But can you imagine a 7-year-old doing that in school now? Not only drawing swastikas.
No, you'd be arrested.
But also going pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, your parents would be called, and you'd be like, they'd be under scrutiny, and
you'd probably be arrested.
You'd be in the news,
blamed for assassinations and all kinds of weird
you can't
stuff.
Do that stuff now. So, question: you wanted to be an architect?
Yeah.
How would you, growing up without a dad and no projects and all the things, where you're good at man projects and stuff and putting stuff together now?
Mm-hmm.
But it took you a while to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how successful you would have been.
Well, architects are drawing. I mean, they're not building it. Architects are just doing the drawing.
You have to still put something together. Like the erector sets, like it has to go together so that it stays together. So when you draw it, it has to have all the right pieces.
I understand that. I mean, I could have figured
you can't put it together.
Yeah, but I would have gone to school for it, and I would have learned about it and all that kind of stuff.
You don't even like to do IKEA.
No, well, that's my point, is it never happened. I grew out of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
like I never stayed with the passion.
God was saving you.
Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, that's what I wanted to do because I like to draw. And then I remember in 7th grade, we had to write a paper about what we want to be when we grow up.
Right.
And I had lost interest in being an architect. So I then decided I wanted to become a professional basketball player.
Oh, wow.
Because I was playing a lot of the b-ball out on the court, shooting the hoops.
Okay.
And the teacher's class, this is the same teacher that beat me up in 7th grade, Jim Burton. He was the typing teacher. He walks over and he reads what I wrote. And he goes, pick a different profession. You'll never make it. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean,
but he wasn't wrong. Kind of a dick, but not wrong.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing. What if he were wrong, right? What if I were that kid that was like, no, through hell or high water, I'm going to become a professional basketball player. And I ended up being that goofy white kid that became the professional basketball player.
Well, if you became Larry Bird, then you would be like, ha, told you. And it would have been a great story.
But I didn't have that fire like that at that age yet.
Not for basketball.
So at that point in time, I was like, oh, okay. Crumpled up the piece of paper and threw it away. And I think I went back to being an architect just because he said that versus being a teacher that was like, you can do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want, Jason Bailey or Jason Cole at the time. But
when did that name change happen?
Well, I was born Jason Bailey, being my brother's father's last name, not my biological father.
Was that the name that was on your birth certificate?
It's the name on my birth certificate. He's actually on my birth certificate.
Oh.
And then when my mother married Lloyd, when I was 5, his last name was Cole.
Yeah.
And I just started going by Jason Cole. And then
he didn't adopt you. You didn't do paperwork or anything. It was just like, oh, hello, Jason Cole.
Yeah. And it was always extremely awkward during homeroom when they had to do roll call.
Because you tell them that your name is not Jason Bailey.
The day always started out with an argument. It was Jason Bailey. It's Jason Cole. It says Jason Bailey.
Because you changed your name?
Every day.
Every day.
And I remember the day that it went to Jason Bailey, is I guess they had officially called it a split. And my mother was picking me up from my friend Brad's house. And she pulls into the driveway and she says, some things are going to change. I said, okay.
Okay.
She says, you're not hanging out with Jamie anymore. That was the bad influence kid.
Oh.
And you're going by Jason Bailey. I was like, okay.
Because that's your name, dumb. I'm
in 7th grade, I had no idea.
I'm changing my name. Forget you, Mom.
Yeah. So then Jason Bailey from then on out. And I just had to, very confused child.
Yeah.
But it's
I feel like this explains a lot.
I wish, I don't know about you, but I wish that, where, like, maybe it's a my age Gen Xer thing, because we were always taught and programmed that you go to school, you get good grades, you go to college, you get good grades, you get a job, you're in that job for the rest of your life. I know those days are done, no matter how good you are at what you do and how great of grades you got and how great of a person you are, and whatever the case may be. It's just the world that we live in. But we are going through, in my opinion, very similar to an industrial revolution type of phase, because there are so many jobs. I mean, we've already seen this over the decades, but coming up, there are going to be so many jobs that are just going to be null and void because of AI. So outside of trades, electrician and plumber.
Yeah, those guys y'all are good and getting ready to get paid.
Right. But for radio people, you're going to become, for the most part, extinct.
It's going to be weird, like computer voices.
Bands. I mean, there's going to be AI music released. Mark my words, in the next 10, if not 5 years, you're going to start to see channels on, and this is my opinion. I don't know. I don't have any facts to back it up, but you're going to see channels. You're going to see certain channels on Spotify that will be AI produced music, and the credit will go to the producer because there will be no artist.
Yeah.
So the artist will be the producer. And then if you like it, you're going to listen to it. You're going to refer to it as the song you like. And then when people ask who sings it, you'll eventually start to get out of asking that question, and we'll start to live in a world where you're going to ask who produces it.
Yes.
I mean,
That's crazy.
Again, this is just me foreshadowing the future, but
Nostradamus.
Think about, AI bots. Whenever you call customer service, you're getting an AI receptionist. Some are better than others, depending on, how well the AI is done.
We put a lot of work into training hours.
Right, exactly. But
so she talks like me.
But think about the snowball effect on that. Your businesses aren't hiring people, meaning that they don't have to get them health insurance. They don't have to do numerous other things that you would have to do with a human being, and good things that could come by having a human being, and bad things that could come from having a human being. So then you look at the health insurance industry, premiums are going to go up because there's going to be less people needing, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's this snowball effect. I didn't sign up for this.
You wanted to be an architect.
When I got into radio in 1995, I thought that I would be in radio until I retire. I honestly was that naive. I thought that I would have a very successful show, which I've had.
Yeah.
Good money, which I've had.
Yep.
For the end of days. And that's just not the case.
Now you're creating your own path. It's better.
I know. But my point is,
I get it.
Is where were you at 20 going just based off of our youngest's age and going, there's no way I'm going to be here like B's in 20 years when she's 40.
Yeah.
I'm 70.
Oh, how's that make you feel? Say that out loud again.
Nope. And you're 60.
Yeah.
What is she going to be doing? Because at that time, she'll already be in her career, right? And doing what she does and stuck. And hopefully she won't have to pivot like we did.
The hairs and makeups.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody likes to be pretty.
You always got to get your hair did.
Yeah.
You always
hairs and makeups.
You always got to get your hair did. And Caleb is, he's kind of a chameleon, I mean, he just bounces around to job, which, I'm not a fan of, but the positive on that is that he's kind of a jack of all trades.
He's got a little bit of everything experience. He's good at a lot of things.
And he can, he's the kind of guy that will always be able to have a job, not necessarily a career, but he'll always have a job, meaning he'll always have a paycheck. I'm the kind of guy that can't get jobs. No. I'm a career guy.
Yeah.
And even though I have a bunch of skills related to radio, I can't go to a business and say, I'm great at this, and this, and that. Probably 10 times, if not, I'm sure 10 times better than your people. And they're going to be like, well, tell me where you've worked that's similar to this place. I'm going to be like, well, I was on the radio. You were a DJ? No, I wasn't a DJ. No, you're a DJ. Get out of here.
I don't feel like you thrive with a boss.
I don't.
I know you don't.
I get along with mine now.
Yeah, me.
No, me.
I'm your boss.
Not on this podcast, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You don't.
Boss lady.
It's unless it's the Bitch Podcast Exchange.
Yes.
The BPX.
Yes. Oh, let's change it. Name change immediately. You didn't know, RayJay? That means me.
Yeah. Well, that's, stop in California. I was done. I just, I can't deal with it anymore.
No, it's not good for you.
No.
You know what? It's not good for your mental health.
All right.
How about that?
I'm just trying to work on myself. We
can work through it together.
But from what I understand, this is the same path that my biological father went down.
Oh, really?
And it did not work out well for him.
Oh.
So the irony, as I, just in the past couple of years have learned this about him, he was working for a paper company for his entire career, like in sales or something.
Right. And
then the company was bought out and there was issues. I don't know the whole story, but there was issues and he was kind of like GFY. I'm going to go do my thing. And he goes off to another company and it didn't work out. Then he couldn't get hired anywhere else. And then he was doing odd jobs like selling watches and doing all these different things until he officially retired, which that means Social Security, which is not much.
So the genes are strong is what you're saying? Genetics?
It's just crazy how it's so similar, right?
That's weird.
Like that in particular. It's
Yeah,
one
it
thing to
is
be
weird.
like,
I didn't know that.
your dad's a murderer and you became a murderer. Like that's understandable. But
Is
this,
it?
yeah, this is not understandable. This is just so quinky dink.
I think it's genetics that you just didn't know.
It-
They were deep down in there.
yeah, the workforce genetics is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
Well, I think he and I, well, where I get my kind of bite from, I'm assuming is from him.
Well, that's a lovely way to say that. Your bite.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wait, your bite is worse than your. I don't know. You got a good bite and a good bark.
Mhm. Ruff.
I don't know.
Yeah, but deep down inside, I'm just a little
You're a
tutus.
big old. You are a little tutus.
I'm a little petunia.
People just don't even know.
They
Big
don't
old
even know.
softy.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
I know.
But you got to make the best out of where you're at and the cards you're dealt. And
Mhm.
you know, I've seen, especially in this BNI stuff, I see a lot of people that are in similar situations like us. They're starting something new. Then there's a lot of young people that are entrepreneurs and they're like, hey, I'm going to be a business owner and I'm going to, so there's this guy on YouTube, this kid, he's extremely successful. He's got millions and millions of subscribers. Many of you watching probably know who I'm talking about. He goes around and he talks to very wealthy people and has a short produced cut up interview where it's, when did you make your first $1 million? What's the advice you can give to the younger generation?
Yesterday.
The kid's fascinating. I think he does such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to someone. Well, actually, a lot of them have the same kind of thread.
Mm-hmm.
But one guy in particular, he was like, maybe it was the guy that created the e-cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been that guy. And
That guy was brilliant.
well, kind of. So he was like, I had 45 failed businesses before the e-cigarette. And I was down to my last $5,000, which you always wonder if that's really true.
Probably.
And he says, so a buddy of mine told him about this technology and that it's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so
the Jewel guys. I think that was the name of the first, like the Jewel little vaping thing.
yeah, I don't know if it was that brand. I think it was the actual product of e-cigarettes. Like he bought the e-cigarette idea.
Oh.
And I could be wrong, but and then he invested in it and then he became a billionaire, right?
Yeah, because they marketed properly to freaking dumb kids.
And he's like in his 60s.
Exploded.
So he had 45 failed businesses before he hit, which would have been in his 50s. And a lot of these billionaire guys that this kid talks to, they didn't hit until they were in their 50s.
Right. Well, if you look, there's a list where it says like Warren Buffett didn't make it wasn't like successful until he was like, I want to say 52 or something like that. And there's a whole list and it's like nobody is under the age of 45.
Right.
No one. And it's 45, 52, 63, 73. Like they're all much older.
Yeah.
That are, incredibly wealthy billionaires now where they lived. I mean, like that's like 3 lives.
Yeah. You look at it and it's kind of a catch-22, so the older you get and you've been working your whole life and most likely saving something.
Yeah.
You then have a little nest egg of money that you can use for whatever idea or investment that you're planning on doing. The flip side of that is that, and I wish I were more of a risk taker when I was younger, but I was extremely conservative with my money, even when I was 16, 17 years old. When you're younger, taking those risks because you can fall flat on your face and you have so much more time to regroup.
Right.
You could do 18 different things in your 20s, fall flat on your face 10 different times, in 10 years and still have enough time to regroup and become successful and kind of find your niche.
Right.
When you're 50 or 60, you don't have many options of failure because you can't guys that cash in their entire 401k when they're, let's say 60 or 65, and they're like, I'm going to put this all into this, and it's a bust, you're screwed. Like if you don't have money at 60, you're not getting a job other than working at Home Depot or Lowe's.
And that's scary.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's extremely scary. Yeah.
I was trying to find the list. I couldn't find it.
That's okay. No.
Yeah, there's a list, and it's like all these people made their successful companies after many failed businesses, but life, and nobody's under the age of 45.
Well, I would like to think that I've failed enough in my life to finally have some type of success in business.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Okay.
There was a Hell's Kitchen episode one time with Gordon Ramsay. I used to be addicted to that show in the early to mid 2000s. And there was an episode where they were, like they would take a couple of the chefs that they won, I guess, and they would fly, they would go somewhere and do something with them as a prize. And they were on a private jet. And Gordon Ramsay was asked about success and failures. And it was just always stuck in my head. He says, I've failed more than I've succeeded.
That's the normal conversation with successful businesses and people.
Right. Well, Michael Jordan, if you take one thing away from his book, is he took more shots than he made. Or I'm sorry, he missed more shots than he made.
Right.
And that right there is poetic. You're going to miss more shots than you're going to make.
All right, we're ready.
Right, I'm ready to make it. Yeah, I'm ready to make it.
So what are we gonna do when Bees and Caleb are our ages? Where are we?
What do you mean? What
are we doing?
We're not doing anything. I mean,
can we be naked on an island somewhere?
I'm ready to go to a beach house, an island, and lose a cell phone, get rid of all social media.
Yes. Okay.
I'm absolutely, I learned to sleep till past 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah. You need to work on that one.
We'll
work on that one in the next island phase. That's what we're going to call it. Island phase.
I am so ready for that.
That's where it is. Well, the kids are in their us age. That's where we're going to be.
I say that, but I don't know if I could ever do that. I'm one of those people that will work till the day I die.
I don't want to do that.
You are not that person. I know that.
I don't want to.
I know, but
I want to go live naked on an island. You work, and that's fine.
Well, please don't go be naked on an island with someone else.
No, by myself.
Well,
you
weird.
can come, but you're still going to be working. So you go work.
Okay.
And then I'll be naked on the island waiting for you.
All right. For those that are watching, get ready for the Naked Island podcast. It's coming.
That's where I will be. Okay.
I like working. I enjoy it. That's why.
You're going to find a different kind of like this. I mean, you can do podcast. You can podcast from our island naked. Okay. That's the rule.
Well, truth be told, that's why I get fired so much in radio, is because I like to work.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a true story.
Yeah. You get told you're too much work because you work too much.
When I got fired in California, their tagline was, he's too much work.
Yeah.
Literally verbatim.
I know. How crazy is that?
And the people I worked with didn't work enough. Like at 5 o'clock, they shut it off. And even between 9 and 5, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. I have patients that text me and they're like, hey, Rachel, I don't mean to bug you, but I have a question. And it's not like they're not being, I don't know. It's fine.
The world doesn't stop. The world continues to go. It evolves.
Yeah.
I mean, it revolves. I mean, you have to, it's like going in a fun house and they got that little circle thing. You stop walking, you're going to fall on your butt.
Yeah.
You've got to continue to walk.
Don't fall on your butt, people.
Don't fall on your butt. If you take anything away, the advice is the funhouse analogy. Don't stop walking in the funhouse circle thingy or you'll fall on your butt.
Don't fall on your butt.
Don't fall on your butt.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we did good on the presentation.
We did. I'm very impressed at your time management skills.
7 minutes.
on the freaking dot. And it didn't matter how much I like wander in my words. It doesn't matter at all. You just bring it back and still hit your time. Get everything in.
I have a lot of experience with working with people that wander with their words.
I know. It's very impressive. It's very impressive. And like 30 years of you, no, down to the second. I don't know how long 30 seconds is. I couldn't tell you. I'm still talking. They're gonna be gonging. It's your time's up, bitch. Stop talking. Nope, I'm still going. Is my time up yet?
Yeah, they gong. If you go over your time, they gong you in these BNI meetings, at least our chapter. So I've created this ongoing, like the guy that has the gong is a friend of mine now. And so I always end right at 41 seconds with Alive Ozone Therapy Spa. And then he gongs. And then I say .com just to go over every time.
Yeah.
Because I always did that, like on my live reads on the radio, I would finish with .com, .com. I always like that old Yahoo commercial, at yahoo.com, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of evolved that into my own .com.
I like it.
.com.
After the gong.
After the gong. All right. We'll wrap up this episode. We hope that you enjoyed listening, watching us on this podcast. Remember, throughout the week, there are different shows. The BS Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with Tuesday and Thursday. Sorry, our dog's throwing up, so Rach has got to go. So I'll wrap this up. Jen's not feeling well, so she saved her from puking on my carpet in the Golden Scissors studio. Anyway, so glad you enjoyed this episode. We hope you did, at least. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you have the BS on the same feed, right? You'll get a notification. That's the Bailey Show podcast. Different type of show, different content, more like my radio show. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are for subscribers and subscribers only. We have a great group of subscribers, and we're always looking for more. So if you are looking for some new content, even if you want to try it out, it's just $4.99 a month. Go to jasonbailey.com. There's a subscribe button. I would be much appreciative and very thankful and forever in your debt if you subscribe to the BS podcast. Wednesday's a free episode, so you get kind of a taste of what we do. And then Fridays, release a show with Brad Stewart of Saliva, the band Saliva, called the Vinyl Road Podcast, where we talk rock and roll, his stories from the road, some of the conversations that I've had with rock stars over the years. We have guests occasionally, and it's a lot of fun. So it's pretty cool. So 3 different shows, 5 days a week on the BPX Bailey Podcast Exchange. Please follow us on all social media. All shows have their own Instagram, at Honey, I Raised the Kids, at Listen to the BS, and at the Vinyl Road Podcast. The BPX YouTube channel is on fire for whatever reason. It is on fire. Tons of subscribers, tons of content. So if you are a YouTube type of person, make your way over there, and you can get all these links off of jasonbailey.com, including my contact information. So if you're a business and would like to be a part of all of our great sponsors, please let me know. You can reach out to me, again, jasonbailey.com. All right. I was going to say, Rach, you got anything before we get out, but she's taking care of Jen right now, who's puking, which is not good because she's got the diabetes and she can't afford to lose any weight. So I have a feeling tomorrow I'm taking Jen to the vet first thing. With that being said, as always, appreciate you listening. If you're going to be doing some drinking, I understand. I get it. If you've had too much, please don't get behind the wheel of a car. I've lost way too many friends like that. Definitely don't be posting shit on social media, or you'll lose a lot of friends like that. And we'll talk to you soon. And bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way. And if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information at episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I Raised the Kids.
3 different shows, 5 days a week, 1 feed, details, and to subscribe, jasonbailey.com.